Hey there, we're here again for another episode of Behind the Scenes for Becoming Retail. And as always, I'm joined by Michelle Grant to go through some really interesting insights and data as we really look at the future of retail and how retail leaders are thinking about digital transformation. And as part of our research, and we're feeling it every day, we saw that digital acceleration is happening more so than ever before. In fact, 76% plan to increase their investments in technology in light of the pandemic. And as we look through the data, as we talk to retail executives on a daily basis, there were 5 key themes, 5 key areas in which retailers are doubling down their investments in light of the pandemic. And over the course of the next several episodes, we're going to go through each of those key pillars, starting with how loyalty is being redefined. Going forward, loyalty is really looked at as experience and removing the friction out of the shopping process. I mean, you think about it, really loyalty over the last 18 months has been focused on health, safety, convenience, and trust. And that creates a whole new baseline for removing friction out of the process. Now we must layer on top experience and understand how we can engage consumers in a personalized and genuine way. So Michelle, tell us a little bit more about what we saw as it relates to loyalty being redefined.
Yes, and taking a step back a bit, I think the most important thing when we talk about experience is understanding that the bedrock is a single source of truth of customers. We saw that customer behavior changed dramatically during the pandemic with a higher rate of adoption of digitally enhanced experiences. So understanding your consumer is really going to be key to delivering the experiences they like. And obviously, the main use case, which we've talked about before, is personalization. So really understanding the consumer through the data that you gather about them in order to offer a personalized experience. But the data can be used in a lot of different ways. You can automate processes, drive out that friction that Rob said, enhance the subscription service to keep customers loyal, and even push the edge of the technology and implement things like augmented reality.
Well, hey, thanks, Michelle. I was talking to a reporter out of the UK yesterday about data, and that was really resonating with him. And we do see that the pandemic has actually put a finer tooth comb on the importance of data. And, when we think about the loyalty program, it is taking that data, turning it into intelligence, and really unleashing it to the customer directly, the store associate, and of course, the home office personnel so they can make smarter decisions, and ultimately trying to enhance that experience more than just the points programs that we've been experiencing over the last 15, 20 years in retail. According to our research here at Salesforce, younger generations, millennials, Gen Z, value that genuine and authentic connection through events, through community, to really having early access to product introductions. We spoke as part of Becoming Retail to a sporting goods retail executive who found his customers really valued those events, the content, and the gaming aspects well more than just the points that we've been experiencing. So, retailers need to think holistically about the customer experience, understanding how loyalty programs can be a really key mechanism for that value exchange between the consumer and the brands, ultimately trying to drive customer lifetime value and turning these shoppers into advocates. So, hey, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Becoming Retail, and as we take our journey talking to retail leaders from around the world. Thanks, and see you on the other side.